25.
The hydrogen burn-off igniters will kick on at T-minus
20.
12 seconds.
15.
Hydrogen burner ignition.
10.
GLS is go for core stage engine.
8, 7, 6 should have RS-25 start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff. Liftoff of the Artemis 2 mission, the first crewed flight of the Orion spacecraft, the first humans to plan a trip beyond low Earth orbit, has taken off from Florida.
Roger, roll pitch.
Now about 1 minute in flight, the SLS rocket traveling faster than the speed of sound. Engine's about to throttle back as it approaches max Q, the point of greatest aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle.
Integrity through max Q, on, on.
RS-20.
Have you the same?
Good confirmation, past max Q, the RS-25's throttling back up to 109% thrust capacity. Now about a little more than a minute and a half into flight. Coming up next will be the separation of the two 5-segment solid rocket boosters, a little more than 2 minutes into the mission. That roll maneuver we saw earlier, intentional to put the crew in the right orientation as the rocket continues to climb uphill. And a good separation of those solids. Five solid rocket boosters chock full of shuttle heritage, having carried this crew on the first part of their journey.
The integrity, guidance converged, performance nominal, upper stage RCS ready.
Copy all, Stan.
75% of the initial thrust was those
Integrity,
engines.
SM priming complete.
SM priming complete.
Now approaching T+3 minutes into the flight. Coming up next will be the jettison of the launch abort system. At that point in the mission, it will no longer be needed. Now more than 3 minutes into this flight of the Artemis 2 crew on board their Space Launch System rocket. There go the covers for the launch abort system. Now it has been jettisoned. Orion integrity now no longer having the launch abort
Houston
system.
integrity, good last jettison, great view.
Copy jettison, Team Eco 8+02.
And with that protection covering now gone,
Same on board, Stan.
And Houston has you loud and clear on Tidris at the Kármán line.
the windows are open as you just heard.
Outstanding, Stan, we have you the same.
Reaching the Kármán line, entering space. First space flight for Jeremy Hansen, the second for Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, and Christina Cook. Now a little more than 4 minutes into flight, the next big milestone is coming up in about 4 minutes' time. We're watching for the core stage main engine cutoff. This will be MECO, where the 4 RS-25 engines will power down. That'll be followed a little more than 10 seconds later by the separation of the core stage and the ICPS, the rocket's upper stage, which will be powered by an RL-10 engine from L3 Harris. continuing to get great tracking views this April 1st. The flight of Artemis 2. Well,
Integrity, GPS processing.
Outstanding, Stan. We see the same, and we have a beautiful moonrise. We're headed right at it.
good words by the commander heading towards that quote, beautiful moonrise. Their zero-G indicator happens to be named Rise as well. Created by a second grader in California, taken from inspiration by the iconic
Integrity, 3-engine press.
Earthrise image.
3-engine press.
The call we were just hearing regarding the engines still have 4 good RS-25s. Only 3 would be needed to carry it to the correct point for MECO at this point, so they are in a very good position at this stage in the flight. Now approaching T plus 6 minutes.
Integrity, looking good at 6 minutes.
Same on board, Stan.
Looking at a animation rendering, a visualization you can see in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. This is not from a tracking camera, but a visualization of what is happening in real time. This rendering coming from NASA. About 6.5.
Integrity, expect nominal shutdown.
Integrity copies, nominal shutdown.
A good view of the contrail there from firing room 1. I believe that's the silhouette of Artemis launch director Charlie Blackwell Thompson. Has to be ecstatic so far of how this mission has performed. Seven minutes into the mission now. Now less than 1 minute away to MECO, main engine cutoff. Engines will begin to throttle down as they approach the point of main engine cutoff. Now nearly 7.5 minutes post-flight beginning.
Integrity, AOA open.
AOA open.
NASA reporting nominal trajectory still so far, a call out relating to an abort zone if needed in the Pacific Ocean. Coming up to MECO here momentarily. And we had a good MECO, and as you can see, stage separation.
Integrity, nominal MECO, core stage separated.
We see the same on board, Stan.
This camera view from one of NASA's imaging planes, WB-57, I believe. Now back to the visualization showing the interim cryogenic propulsion stage. A little more than 9 minutes into the flight so far. The RL-10 engine nozzle should have extended by this point. The crew released in
Integrity Houston, looking ahead to PRM numbers so far per the pad.
Copy that, Stan. Numbers for the pad.
that call. Confirming that teams are tracking towards the perigee raise maneuver about 49 minutes post liftoff. Before then, though, the Orion solar arrays should deploy on the European service module. That's expected at T plus 20 minutes.
Integrity, good. NEDS deploy.
Copy that, Stan. Good, Neds.
And Integrity Houston for PWD setup. Just a reminder, halfway open on the secondary.
We copy that, Stan. Halfway open.
And just confirming there that the RL-10 nozzle was extended as expected. The communication now from the Johnson Space Center to Commander Reed Wiseman coming from the Capcom, who is NASA astronaut Stan Love. Crew will now be able to raise their visors as well, per NASA.